Okay, so to install the press is pretty basic. You just need to pick a place on your workbench that you think will be comfortable to work with it. I've chosen over here by this leg, and also gives me right-handed pressing, left-handed gathering, and whatever, more bench. So you have to install this like that. You want the ram not to touch the front of the bench, so I'm just going to use a couple of pieces of cardboard. Alright. And to kind of hold that back, I've just got a 1/4 inch drill bit here, which is the size of the bolt you need to use. And I'm going to give myself a nice place to start right there. Using a somewhat smaller drill bit to get started. Alright, so this bench has got a like a 2-inch double up around it. It's 3/4 inch AC plywood with a 2-inch wide double up, so the back bolt will not have to be as long, because it's just going through 3/4. There we go. Yep, ram is off. Let's get that straight. Just going to mark these individually. Come on. I didn't even look to see if there was actually a template. I don't think there was. Okay. Clean up later. Okay, so here we go. Back one. One. Other left one. There we go. Now I just need to tighten them up, and we're going to have press. And there it is, guys, all bolted down. Pretty solid, I think. Handle installed. Now the handle is adjustable up and down. You can so if you need a little more torque, I think we're going to be okay. This is an auto index press, so as you can see, watch my finger. Ah! No, it didn't really hurt. It goes around. Now, I'm going to be loading, at this point, only a couple of different rounds. I'm gonna load 9mm. I have my 9mm dies here. I have huge thanks to a fellow YouTuber, very kind gentleman who knew I wasn't really financially able to buy everything at the same time, and he sent me a couple of care packages. He says he doesn't care anything about anybody knowing who he is, so we'll just leave it at that. Thank you, my friend, and I will pay you back someday. So anyway, we have the press. I guess that's it. I guess that we're done for the day. Okay, guys. I have a press. I have my dies set. And you'll notice I don't have the auto prime on my press. I've decided that I'm going to prime off of the press because it just seems like a really awkward thing to me. So I'm going to use a hand primer. Now, I'll admit it, I have actually deprimed a couple just to see how it works. But I've got 100 pieces of clean brass here, and I'm going to use my not smartphone with a timer, with a stopwatch, and just see how long it takes me to deprime and resize 100 pieces of brass, kind of see if I can get into a rhythm. I'm going to take out of here and put into this bowl here. Alright? Now, I'm going to just do a couple and then hit pause, and I'll come back later because there's no need to make this a long video. I just thought you might think that was interesting, in case you haven't ever reloaded and like me. So basically the system is just slide one in. Each set of dies comes with its own case holder, different sizes, and you just simply like that, and that decaps it, deprimes it, takes the primer out. You see that? Takes the primer out and resizes it, and it goes in there. Alright? So here we go. Stupid phone. Start. Here we go. I'm going to just give this a whirl here. Now I'm going to tell you something I think is kind of weird, is that this machine doesn't capture the primers very well. They just kind of go everywhere. So if you're doing it on a carpeted floor like me, you're going to have to vacuum. Okay guys, I'm down to my last two. Wanted to show you a couple of things that I figured out. First of all, when you're only decapping and resizing on this press, well, let me show you. That bounce, I need to fasten my leg to my, it's just kind of bouncing there. Okay, what I was going to say was, you only have to work with the top half of the press, of the ram. There's no need to go through this whole stroke. You can just come down about that far, put another one in, and do it. Now, normally, if you were using the primer, the auto prime, or if you were hand priming on the press, then as you came down, you would do that right here with an upward stroke, which I'm not going to do. So there's 100, and that took probably about, I don't know, 9 minutes. I'm not sure I've really got my rhythm worked out, but that's that. Kind of cool. Knocked all them primers out of those. And did note, excuse me, that some of these were really easy to deprime, and some of them are to process here. Got some Hornadies here that are nickel plated. I'm not. They must have come from Mike's range, and then some Winchester that I never shoot. And man, it was really tough. But all in all, quite doable. Have a good day, guys.